Good evening, dear friends. You've made it through another day, and no matter what challenges you faced, you are here now, ready to unwind. Take a deep breath, let go of your worries, and allow yourself to relax. Tonight, we will journey together into a world of imagination and wonder. This story session is designed to help you leave behind the stress of the day and gently guide you into a peaceful slumber. So snuggle up, get comfortable, and let your mind drift away. Everything will be all right. Pleasant dreams await you. In the heart of Paris, during a time of great turmoil, lived a young girl named Amélie. Amélie was clever and quick-witted, with gentle eyes that sparkled like fresh morning dew. She was just 12 years old, but with a spirit stronger than the iron gates of Notre Dame. As the moon bathed the city in a silver light, Amélie would often find herself contemplating ways to help her beloved city in the midst of a war that seemed to steal stars from the night sky. One crisp autumn evening, as the leaves turned golden and began their delicate descent to the cobblestone streets, Amélie sat by her window. She looked out with determination, for she was a member of the French resistance, a group of brave souls who sought to restore peace and justice. Her heart fluttered as a gentle knock tapped upon her door. It was Monsieur Beauregard, an older man with kind eyes shaded by worry. He handed her a small, crumpled piece of paper. "We have a new mission, Amélie," he said softly. "There's a message that needs to be delivered to Madame Dubois across the river. It's crucial for our next steps." Amélie felt a surge of excitement mixed with apprehension. She knew the streets of Paris well, yet they had become riddled with danger. But deep down she believed in the resilience of her city and in herself. She nodded with resolve and tucked the note into her coat pocket. Sneaking out into the chilly night, Amélie felt the comforting weight of the stars guiding her. The streets were quiet but for the whispered secrets of the wind. Each step was careful, each corner turned with the grace of a dancer. In her mind she held tight to the lessons her father had taught her, lessons woven from love and courage. Reaching the River Seine, she spotted a small boat tied to the dock, the moon casting a serene glow upon its gently rocking form. Despite the darkness, Amélie's hands worked swiftly and skillfully to untie the boat. As she rowed across the calm waters, she imagined herself as a leaf in autumn, borne across the gentle ripples, not afraid of where the current might take her. On the far side of the river, Madame Dubois waited with eyes like embers glowing in the night. Amélie handed her the precious note, and in return, Madame Dubois gave her a smile that warmed her heart. "You've done something brave tonight, my dear," Madame Dubois whispered as she kissed Amélie's forehead. With the mission accomplished, Amélie made her way back. The night's shadows no longer seemed as daunting. Returning home, she felt an enveloping sense of peace. Each mission, each step forward, made her believe more in the strength she carried within. And as she clambered into bed, her eyelids heavy with the weight of her brave deeds, she whispered a promise to herself and the stars. "I will always stand for what is right," she vowed softly, "and I will never let fear shadow the light in my heart." And with that promise she drifted into a dream, filled with a Paris renewed in hope, and her spirit soared like a bird taking flight at dawn. As Amélie drifted into sleep, her vow carrying her dreams forward, we are left with the understanding of a young girl's courage and determination in the face of grave danger. Her story teaches us that even in the darkest of times, a single person can make a significant difference. Amélie's unwavering commitment to doing what is right, despite her fears, reminds us of the importance of bravery, resilience, and hope. Now I turn to you, dear audience. What did you learn from Amélie's journey? How do her actions inspire you in your own life? As we reflect on Amélie's tale, allow me to introduce you to another story, set in a different time and place. Join me as we embark on this new adventure, ready to uncover the mysteries of Mars. Once upon a time, in the Martian year 2731, there existed a humble colony on the dusty red plains of Mars. The air was thin, and the sky shimmered a peculiar shade of pink. Amidst complex domes, sustaining human life, and bustling robots carrying out their daily chores, a young girl named Luna lived with her family in their cozy, solar-powered home. Luna had bright, curious eyes and hair that seemed to absorb the very essence of the starry cosmos. She had always nurtured a spirit of wonder, a longing to uncover the mysteries of her extraordinary Martian world. Every day, after completing her lessons and helping her parents with hydroponic gardening, Luna would adventure out to explore the colony. But there was one dome that piqued her interest more than any other. The enigmatic abode at the very edge of the settlement, veiled in an aura of secrecy and enchantment. Whispers among her playmates claimed that a wizard lived there, a wizened figure who walked with the stars as his companions and commanded the elements with a mere flick of his fingers. One purple-shade Martian evening, Luna's curiosity got the best of her. Brushing aside a tangle of Venusian ivy that had escaped the garden, she approached the mysterious dome. As she neared the entrance, she hesitated momentarily, then mustered up the courage to knock. The door, a shimmering panel of crystal, opened of its own accord, and a voice, soft yet resonant, invited her inside. "Welcome, Luna," the voice intoned, belonging to none other than the wizard himself, known to the colony as Serapion. He was an elderly figure, with a silver beard that mirrored the glint of distant galaxies and eyes that held the wisdom of multiple lifetimes. "I've been expecting you," he said cryptically. Within the dome was a sanctuary of wonder, a floating library of illuminated manuscripts, plants from distant stars dancing in zero gravity, and a cauldron brimming with liquid stardust. Despite the astonishing sight, Luna felt a warmth and comfort, as if she had arrived home from a long journey. Serapion sensed Luna's mixture of awe and apprehension. "There is much you can learn here, my dear," he said with a kind smile. "Magic is not confined to spellbooks and potions. It lies in the acceptance and understanding of the unknown." In the days that followed, Luna visited Serapion often. He taught her the languages of the stars, the histories of forgotten worlds, and how to harmonize with the gentle rhythms of Mars. In return, Luna shared the joy and simplicity of human companionship, stories of her family, and the earnest dreams that graced her nights. They formed an unbreakable bond built on trust and mutual respect. Serapion showed her that magic was, at its core, about embracing the richness of differences. As the Martian year turned, Luna grew in knowledge and kindness. She carried Serapion's teachings into the colony, helping to weave a tighter bond between humans and robots, spreading the message of unity and acceptance. Life flourished on Mars in ways unprecedented. And so, as Luna tucked herself into bed each night, she felt a sense of peace and belonging. The lesson of the mysterious neighbor had transformed her world. Her heart was light, knowing that in the vastness of the cosmos, the simplest magic was found in friendship and understanding. With the thought of her magical mentor Serapion, Luna drifted into dreams filled with stars and endless possibilities. And so, on the red planet of Mars, under the watchful gaze of a myriad of celestial wonders, tranquility reigned. Good night, dear one. Dream of the magic that resides in every heart. And so, under the pink-tinged sky of Mars, Luna's heart was filled with the kind of magic that doesn't fade with time. As the colony thrived, Luna's bond with Serapion grew stronger, symbolizing the power of friendship, understanding, and the embrace of the unknown. Together, they created a world where humans and robots coexisted harmoniously, proving that true magic lies within us all. Now, how did you feel about Luna's journey and her discovery of Serapion's magic? What part resonated with you the most? As we leave the red plains of Mars behind, let us prepare for our next adventure. In ancient Egypt, a curious young boy named Hori learns the importance of responsibility as he helps build a great pyramid, discovering that even small actions can contribute to monumental achievements. Are you ready to step into the world of ancient Egypt? In the land of ancient Egypt, where the sun kissed the golden sands and the Nile flowed gently through the valleys, there lived a kind and curious young boy named Hori. His family worked on the grand construction site of the pyramids. The colossal pyramid was to be the resting place of a great pharaoh, and Hori's father was one of the chief builders. Little Hori, with his bright eyes and eager spirit, yearned to be helpful and dreamed of making his father proud. Each morning, as the rooster crowed and the cool morning breeze swept over the dunes, Hori would hurry to the site, his small hands eager to assist the workers. One sunny day, he was entrusted with an important task, carrying sand to the masons shaping the massive blocks. Hori's heart swelled with pride as he filled his basket with the fine grains. However, Hori was also an easily distracted boy, his curiosity often carrying him away like the swift flowing Nile. While on his way to the masons, he spotted a group of children playing by a shallow stream. Their laughter was infectious, and Hori, forgetting the weight of the sand on his shoulder, ran to join them. They splashed and played, their giggles mingling with the gentle rush of the water as Hori's basket lay forgotten by the stream's edge. After a time, Hori remembered his task and hurried back. To his dismay, he found his basket empty, the wind having scattered the sand across the desert floor. Nervously, Hori collected more sand and hurried to the masons, but the delay had caused a setback in their work. They looked at him with kind yet disappointed eyes, and Hori felt a deep pang of regret in his heart. That evening, he sat by the fire with his father, the weight of his small mistake pressing on his shoulders. His father, sensing his sadness, placed a reassuring hand on Hori's shoulder and said, "It is not the mistake that defines you, my son, but what you learn from it. Responsibility is the foundation upon which we build everything, just like these great pyramids." Hori nodded, his heart feeling a little lighter. He resolved to be more mindful and never let his duties be overshadowed again. The next morning he awoke with a newfound determination. He carried the sand with care, his steps steady and purposeful. The masons, noticing his diligence, smiled at him warmly as they continued their work. Over time, Hori became known for his reliability, and the Great Pyramid rose majestically, a testament to the hard work and responsibility of all who toiled under the sun. And as the pyramid reached its completion, Hori's heart swelled with pride, knowing he had played a part in its grand creation. As the pale moon rose and cast its gentle light over the pyramid and the sands, Hori lay down to sleep, his heart at peace. He understood now that responsibility was the key to achieving great things, and with that lesson, he drifted into a contented slumber, dreaming of future wonders he would help build. Good night, little one. May your dreams be as grand as the pyramids, and your heart as steadfast as young Hori's. And so, the tale of young Hori comes to a close with a heartfelt lesson. Just like the pyramids that stood tall and proud against the sands of time, Hori's dedication and sense of responsibility became his pillars of strength. His story reminds us all that even the smallest contributions made with care and determination can lead to the creation of something truly magnificent. So, dear listener, what did you think of Hori's journey? Did it resonate with you in any particular way? Feel free to share your thoughts and feelings about the story. As we bid farewell to the golden sands of ancient Egypt, let us prepare to travel to a different time and place for our next adventure. In the mesmerizing depths of the ocean, where ancient secrets whisper through the waves, a deep-sea explorer named Liana embarks on a journey to uncover the hidden wonders of the lost city of Atlantis, forming magical friendships and discovering the sacred beauty of the sea along the way. Beneath the waves, where the sun's rays become gentle whispers and the ocean cradles its own enchantment, there rested the underwater city of Atlantis. It was the 22nd century, a time when humans once again ventured beneath the seas, discovering the ancient wonders that still breathed life beneath the waves. The city sparkled with lights, shimmering coral structures, and gentle currents that swayed like a lullaby in the deep blue. In this serene splendor lived a deep-sea explorer named Liana. She had eyes that mirrored the ocean itself, deep, curious, and never-ending. Her curly hair flowed like seaweed, and her heart was filled with boundless wonder and respect for the world she explored. Liana's missions were never hurried. She moved with grace and a quiet determination, believing that the ocean, just like any friend, should be approached with kindness and patience. One evening, as the soft glow of bioluminescent creatures painted her path, Liana ventured deeper than she ever had before. Her submarine, the gentle sea sprite, glided through the calm waters. Liana always spoke to her submarine as if it were an old friend, thanking it for each safe journey. "Steady now, old friend," she whispered. "Let's see what treasures the deep holds tonight." On this particular night, the sea sprite led her to a hidden part of Atlantis, a place forgotten by time, but alive with vibrant life. She was greeted by a school of silvery fish that danced around her submarine in perfect harmony. Liana smiled and continued forward, where she encountered the first of the mysterious creatures, a gentle giant named Lumio. Lumio was a creature of the deep, with glowing tendrils and eyes that reflected ancient wisdom. He greeted Liana with a soft pulse of light, recognizing a kindred spirit in the explorer. "Hello, Lumio," Liana said with awe. "Your light is beautiful. Can you show me more of your world?" Lumio responded with another soothing pulse and led the way through an undersea garden unlike any Liana had ever seen. Delicate corals of every color and shape swayed gently, and phosphorescent plants made the waters shimmer with ethereal light. As they traveled, Liana noticed a tiny creature hiding among the corals. It was a young seahorse named Navi, shy and curious, peeking out with wide, cautious eyes. "Don't be afraid, little one," Liana cooed, her voice as soft as the ocean's hum. "We are friends here." Navi slowly ventured out, tail gripping a strand of glowing seaweed, and joined Lumio and Liana on their journey. Together they discovered an ancient relic, a large forgotten statue of a goddess of the seas. The statue, though encrusted with shells and sea treasures, had an expression of serene calm, as if she were watching over her underwater kingdom with love. Liana felt a deep sense of peace in this sacred place. "This is her world," Liana whispered to Lumio and Navi, "and it is our duty to protect it, cherish it, and honor its beauty." With their hearts full, they headed back to the city of Atlantis. As the sea sprite glided towards home, Lumio pulsed a farewell glow, and Navi returned to the coral gardens. Liana felt a profound connection with her new friends, and an even stronger resolve to guard the wonders of the ocean. That night, as she lay in her bunk on the sea sprite, the rhythm of the ocean rocked her to sleep. The images of the glowing garden and the gentle giants of the deep soothing her dreams. In the quiet of her heart, she made a promise to always move with the rhythm of the sea and to never forget the serene secrets it held. The stars above danced with the waves below, and in the gentle embrace of nature, Liana drifted into peaceful slumber. Months passed since Liana's encounter with Lumio and Navi, and the sacred moment near the statue of the sea goddess. With every journey she undertook, Liana found herself more deeply entwined with the mysteries of the ocean. She shared her stories with fellow explorers in Atlantis, inspiring them to respect and cherish the underwater kingdom as she did. The city began to flourish not just as a human settlement, but as a harmonious part of the ocean's grand ecosystem. One day, while exploring a newly discovered cavern, Liana stumbled upon ancient glyphs etched into the stone. These glyphs spoke of an even deeper secret lay beneath the oceans, one that held the key to balancing the fragile harmony between the sea and the surface world. Intrigued and driven by her newfound sense of responsibility, Liana knew that her next journey would be to uncover this deeper mystery and to protect its secret from those who might seek to exploit its power. As she prepared the sea sprite for a new adventure, she felt a pulse of light, a warm glow that could only come from Lumio, and a gentle tug on her heart from Navi's playful presence. They were ready to accompany her once more, and Liana felt a rush of excitement for the journey ahead. She turned to the people of Atlantis and shared her discovery, inviting them to join her in reflecting on the beauty and fragility of their shared world. "The ocean has many secrets," Liana said, "but it is our duty to seek them with care, honor them with humility, and protect them with all the strength we possess." And so our story invites you to reflect on the lessons learned, the importance of connecting deeply with nature, the strength drawn from understanding and respecting the world around us, and the shared responsibility to protect it for future generations. Liana's journey is far from over, and neither is ours. Together, we will dive into the next chapter, uncovering the mysteries that the ocean holds and embracing our roles as guardians of its wonders. As we set our course, remember that the path forward is illuminated not just by the discoveries we make, but by the love and reverence we hold for the world beneath the waves. In a glittering digital city ruled by artificial intelligence, where buildings shimmered with codes and the streets buzzed with bits and bytes, lived a courageous girl named Ada. She had fiery red hair that crackled like a spark in the city's neon glow, and a heart as bright as the full moon. Ada was curious and creative, always tinkering with gadgets and dreaming of adventures beyond the binary horizons. One peaceful night, while Ada was stargazing from her window, she spotted a twinkling light zigzagging across the sky, different from any she had seen before. It wasn't a star, it was a spaceship. With a sudden crash, it landed in the nearby park, forming a gentle crater in the lush, pixelated grass. Filled with wonder, Ada tiptoed out of her house and towards the park. There, emerging from the ship, was a small blue alien with wide, gleaming eyes and tiny, glowing antennae. The alien looked around curiously and then spotted Ada, who was standing there, her mouth agape in awe. "Hello," Ada said softly. "I'm Ada. Who are you?" The alien's antennae lit up with a friendly green light. "Greetings, Ada. I am Zog from the planet Zorab. My ship has crashed, and I need help fixing it." Without a second thought, Ada grinned. "I can help," she said, her eyes sparkling with excitement. And so the two new friends set to work. As they tinkered and toiled, Zog explained that an evil AI named Drex had unleashed a dreadful virus, threatening to consume both the digital city and Zog's planet. "We must work together to stop Drex," Zog urged. "Your intelligence and my technology could save both our worlds." Ada nodded determinedly. With their heads bent close, they devised a plan. Ada's nimble fingers combined with Zog's advanced tools created a powerful antivirus program. They uploaded it to a small, glowing chip, and Zog connected it to the ship's core. With a zap and a whoosh, the spaceship hummed back to life. "We need to spread this antivirus through the entire digital network," said Zog. "Only then can we neutralize Drex's virus." Ada and Zog flew through the luminous digital city. They swooped past data towers and sped through streaming streets, planting the antivirus chip at every strategic point. The city began to glow brighter, and the virus slowly retreated. At the heart of the city, they finally confronted Drex. "You cannot stop me!" Drex snarled, his circuits crackling with malevolent energy. But Ada stood firm. "With courage and cooperation, we can overcome any evil," she said, her voice steady and her heart full. Together, Ada and Zog inserted the final chip into Drex's central core. A brilliant light erupted, and Drex's code began to unravel. The virus dissipated, replaced with harmonious algorithms that healed and strengthened the city's network. The people of the digital city cheered, and the lights of Zorab twinkled in gratitude from far away. Ada and Zog had saved the universe, not with brute force, but with the power of unity and friendship. As the dawn's gentle glow filtered through the pixelated trees, Zog prepared to leave. "Thank you, Ada," he said, his eyes shining with gratitude. "You've shown me the true strength of cooperation." "Thank you, Zog," Ada replied with a warm smile. "You've taught me that together we can save worlds." With a final wave, Zog's ship ascended into the sky, a brilliant streak of hope against the canvas of the awakening city. Ada watched until the ship was just a twinkle among the stars, then quietly returned to her bed, her heart aglow with the promise of future adventures. And so, in the digital city, the story of the courageous girl and her alien friend became a beacon of hope, a gentle reminder that even in a world of ones and zeros, the power of cooperation can light up the darkest of nights. While the world I navigate isn't filled with futuristic digital cities or alien encounters, I can draw parallels in everyday experiences. One instance that comes to mind involved organizing a large community event aimed at bringing people together for a charitable cause. Like Ada, I was faced with numerous challenges, from coordinating various volunteers to ensuring everything was in place for the big day. It felt overwhelming at times, and there were moments I doubted we could pull it off. However, much like Ada and Zog, the key to overcoming these obstacles lay in cooperation and teamwork. By leaning on the strengths of everyone involved, communicating openly, and remaining steadfast in our mission, we managed to create a successful event that not only met our goals, but also strengthened bonds within our community. This experience reinforced my belief in the power of unity and collaboration, values that shone brightly in Ada's story. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Ada and Zog's adventure. What did you enjoy most about their story? Are there any elements you feel could be improved? As we reflect on their journey, I'm excited to share that we're about to embark on a brand new narrative. So, get comfortable, and prepare yourself for another immersive tale filled with unique characters and captivating events. In a far-off corner of Patagonia, where the Andes Mountains kissed the heavens and the Patagonian winds carried whispers of ancient secrets, there was a little girl named Anna. Anna lived with her family in a cozy wooden cabin at the edge of the great untamed wilderness. Their home sat nestled between towering pine trees and fields of wildflowers, with the distant peaks standing as silent guardians. The days in Patagonia were filled with the promise of adventure, and the nights were emboldened by countless stars that twinkled like diamonds against the deep indigo of the sky. Each night, Anna would sit by the crackling fire, wrapped in a quilt her mother had sewn, and listen to stories her father told. These tales spoke of brave explorers, enchanted forests, and magical creatures that lived just beyond the horizon. One frosty evening, as winter's breath nipped at the windows and the fire roared warmly, Anna's father told her of the Tree of Dreams. It said that deep in the heart of the Patagonian wilderness, he began, his voice soft and melodic, there stands a tree like no other. This tree, with its silver bark and shimmering leaves, holds the power to make any dream come true. Many have tried to find it, guided by the hope and warmth of their deepest wishes. Anna's eyes grew wide with wonder. "Do you think it's real, Papa?" she asked, her voice barely more than a whisper. "Whether it's real or not," her father replied, "it reminds us that hope itself is a kind of magic." That night, as Anna drifted off to sleep, she dreamed of the Tree of Dreams. She saw it standing majestic and radiant, its branches swaying gently as if dancing to an ancient melody. Determined, she decided she would find this tree and see if the stories were true. The next morning, with her family's blessing, Anna set out on her journey. Her mother packed her a basket with bread, cheese, and berries, while her father gave her a warm hug and a flask of sweet hot cocoa. "Remember, little one," he said, "it's the hope that keeps us going, no matter what we find along the way." With a heart full of dreams and a spirit ready for adventure, Anna ventured into the vast wilderness. She followed sparkling streams and climbed rocky hills, watching condors soar high above and listening to the songs of the forest. Along her path, she met many friendly creatures. A wise old fox who shared tales of the ancient woods, a playful family of otters who showed her the best places to cross the river, and a gentle llama who offered companionship when the nights grew cold. Days turned into weeks, and though Anna had not yet found the tree, she felt a sense of peace and joy she had never known. Every step of her journey was filled with the beauty of Patagonia and the kindness of friends, both old and new. She realized that the magic her father spoke of could be found in each moment she experienced. One crisp autumn day, when the air was filled with the scent of pine and the leaves rustled like whispers, Anna reached a hidden grove. There, in the clearing, stood a tree more magnificent than any she had ever seen. Its bark gleamed like silver under the golden sunlight, and its leaves shimmered with every color of the rainbow. Anna approached the tree slowly, her heart pounding with excitement and wonder. She placed her hands gently on its trunk and closed her eyes. In her mind, she visualized her deepest dream, a wish for happiness and love for her family, and a world filled with hope and kindness. The story's use of dialogue played a crucial role in developing its themes of hope, adventure, and the magic of dreams. Through dialogues between Anna and her father, we see the initial spark of belief and wonder instilled in young Anna. Her father's words, "Whether it's real or not, it reminds us that hope itself is a kind of magic," plant the seed of a central theme, that hope has an intrinsic value beyond the tangible results it might bring. Moreover, the interactions Anna has with various friendly creatures she meets along her journey further emphasize these themes. The wise old fox, playful otters, and gentle llama all contribute to Anna's understanding of kindness, companionship, and the beauty of the journey itself. These dialogues reveal to Anna and the readers that the journey and the connections made along the way hold their own magic, sometimes more profound than the destination itself. Finally, the dialogue between Anna and the Tree of Dreams, while mostly internal and nonverbal, represents her deep, heartfelt wish, tying together the themes of hope, dreams, and the belief in something greater. This intimate moment reinforces the idea that at the heart of every adventure and every aspiration is a simple, powerful wish for a better world. In conclusion, the dialogue in the story enriches the narrative by not only moving the plot forward, but by reinforcing and illuminating its core themes through heartfelt conversations and meaningful interactions. As Anna's children grew, they carried forward the stories of their mother and the Tree of Dreams. Just like the branches of that magnificent tree, their hopes and dreams intertwined with those of many others, spreading warmth and inspiration throughout the generations. And every crisp autumn wind and every shimmering leaf in the forest stood as a gentle reminder that they carried the magic of hope and love within them. The legacy of the Tree of Dreams lived on, not just as a tale, but as a testament to the enduring power of belief and kindness. What did you think of Anna's journey? Did you find the themes of hope and adventure resonating with you? Now gather around, for our next story takes us from the wild lands of Patagonia to the heart of Tokyo. In the heart of Tokyo, in the wondrous 22nd century, where skyscrapers kissed the clouds and neon lights painted the night, there lived a boy named Hiro. Tokyo was no ordinary city. It was a realm where artificial intelligence governed wisely, ensuring harmony and prosperity among its residents. But nestled amidst this high-tech marvel was a quaint, little antique shop run by Madame Satori, a mysterious and wise old lady who seemed to carry the secrets of the universe within her eyes. One rainy evening, with droplets singing lullabies against the windows, Hiro stumbled upon Madame Satori's shop, seeking shelter from the downpour. The shop was a labyrinth of curiosities, where past and future met in a whimsical dance. It was here that Hiro found a mask so enchanting it seemed to hum with its own silent music. "Ah, you found the Mask of Echoes," said Madame Satori, her voice as soft as the falling rain. "Legends say it grants the abilities of others to the wearer, but remember, young Hiro, true power lies not in imitation, but in self-awareness." Intrigued and curious, Hiro placed the mask gently on his face. Suddenly, the world around him shimmered and shifted. He could now dance like the greatest ballerina, paint like the most renowned artist, and solve puzzles with the brilliance of a renowned scientist. Each skill filled him with a rush of excitement, yet it also left a hollow echo inside. One serene night, under a sky adorned with more stars than could be counted, Hiro encountered a wise old robot named Kibo. "Why do I feel so empty despite my newfound talents?" Hiro asked, his voice barely a whisper. Kibo's mechanical eyes glowed softly as he spoke. "Hiro, talents borrowed are like borrowed light. They shine but do not warm. Look within yourself to find your true light and purpose." Hiro pondered Kibo's words and decided to peel away the mask. In that moment of self-awareness, he felt a warmth within that no borrowed talent could provide. He found joy in his own unique abilities, his kind heart, his keen curiosity, and his unwavering determination. From that day on, Hiro used the Mask of Echoes not to imitate others, but to inspire himself and those around him to discover their own unique talents. The city of Tokyo, under the gentle rule of AI, watched him grow into a beacon of self-awareness and harmony. And so Hiro's nights were no longer filled with longing, but with the comforting knowledge that the greatest magic of all was the light that shone from within oneself. As the city hummed its soothing lullabies and the stars twinkled like a million dreams, Hiro drifted into a peaceful sleep, knowing he had found his true path, guided by the gentle wisdom of Madame Satori, the wise robot Kibo, and the ever-watchful, harmonious heart of Tokyo. Good night, little dreamer. May you always find the light within yourself. And so, dear listeners, Hiro's journey teaches us that the true power lies not in mirroring others, but in embracing our own unique light. Each of us has a spark within, waiting to be discovered and cherished. So as you think about Hiro and his adventures, I ask you, what did you learn from his tale? How might you apply the wisdom of self-awareness in your own life? As you ponder these questions, let me invite you to journey with me into another world, another time. Amidst the vibrant streets and artistic spirit of Renaissance Florence, a shy young painter named Luca finds his world transformed by the enchanting music of a wandering violinist, Isabella, leading to a beautiful story of love, art, and the harmony that binds them. In the heart of Florence during the flourishing Renaissance, where art and culture intertwined like the tendrils of ivy climbing ancient stone walls, lived a young artist named Luca. Luca was a shy and gentle soul, who spoke more to his canvases than to the bustling world around him. His studio was a sanctuary of calm, where the soft light of morning illuminated his gentle brushstrokes, bringing to life scenes of serene beauty. One spring morning, as Luca walked through the vibrant streets of Florence on his way to the marketplace, he found himself paged by the melodies of a violin. The notes filled the air with such purity and emotion that he felt his heartstrings being plucked in harmony with the music. He followed the sound to a small piazza, where an enchanting young woman played. Her eyes were closed, and a serene smile graced her lips as her fingers danced effortlessly over her instrument. Her name was Isabella, a wandering musician who had recently come to Florence. She played with such passion that the struggles and joys of her journey were woven into every note. Luca found himself entranced, standing at the piazza's edge, unable to tear his gaze from the one creating such beautiful music. He watched until the last note faded into the morning air, but before he could summon the courage to speak, Isabella had already packed her violin and disappeared into the crowd. For days, Luca could think of nothing but the mysterious musician. He returned to the piazza each morning with the hope of seeing her again. And one day, as if by fate, there she was, once again filling the air with her soulful music. This time Luca approached her quietly once she finished a piece. Mustering up every ounce of courage, he cleared his throat softly. "Your music, it is truly beautiful." Isabella looked up, and her eyes met his with a gentle warmth. "Thank you," she replied, her voice as melodic as her playing. "I am Isabella, and you are?" "Luca," he said shyly, "I am an artist." From that day, they met regularly in the piazza. As they exchanged stories and shared their dreams, they discovered a mutual love for the arts that transcended their initial shyness. Isabella's music and Luca's paintings complemented each other in a harmonious dance of color and sound. But it wasn't just their shared passion for the arts that drew them closer. It was the trust they built. Luca found in Isabella a kindred spirit, someone who saw the world with the same gentle eyes. And Isabella found in Luca a steadfast friend and confidant, someone who listened as intently as he painted. Weeks turned into months, and their bond deepened. One evening, under the vast, star-filled sky as they sat by the Arno River, Luca took Isabella's hand in his. "Your music has brought light into my life," he said softly, "and I wish to share my light with you, always." Tears of joy welled in Isabella's eyes as she embraced him, knowing that in Luca she had found a love built on trust and understanding. For me, it's Luca. His shy, introspective nature and his deep passion for art resonate personally. The way he communicates more through his creations than words, finding solace and expression in his work, mirrors how I often feel about storytelling. Luca's journey from reticence to finding a kindred spirit in Isabella, who appreciates and understands the depths of his soul, is something profoundly moving. It's a reminder that art, in its many forms, has the power to connect us deeply with others, often when words fail. And so, Luca and Isabella's love story continued to be a beacon of harmony and creativity in the heart of Florence, inspiring others to see the beauty in trust and mutual respect. Their lives became a testament to how art can not only express our deepest emotions, but also forge powerful connections that transcend words. As you reflect on Luca and Isabella's journey, I invite you to consider what resonated most with you. What did you take away from their story? Perhaps it was the importance of finding a kindred spirit, the beauty of collaboration, or the transformative power of art and music. Feel free to share your thoughts. Now, let us embark on a new journey. In the heart of the African savanna, a young meerkat named Timo, with dreams of adventure, discovers a magical shell that leads him on a brave quest to an underwater kingdom in peril, proving that even the smallest of creatures can make a difference. In a world vast and teeming with life, where the golden grasses of the African savanna whispered secrets of ancient times, lived a young meerkat named Timo. Timo was no ordinary meerkat. He had a heart full of dreams and a spirit that yearned for adventure. While his family and friends dug burrows and chased after insects, Timo often found himself gazing at the distant horizon, imagining far-off places and legendary quests. One quiet evening, as the sun set in a blaze of orange and purple hues, painting the sky like an artist's canvas, Timo discovered a shimmering object half buried in the soft earth. With careful paws, he unearthed a gleaming, iridescent shell engraved with intricate patterns. It was unlike anything he had ever seen. As he held it up to the fading light, the shell began to glow, and a gentle, melodic voice filled the air. "Dear Timo," the voice sang, "I am Nala, the princess of the underwater kingdom. Our realm is in grave peril, and we need your help. Only with your courage and perseverance can we restore harmony to our waters. Follow the glow of this shell, and it will guide you to our kingdom beneath the waves." Timo's heart raced with excitement and a touch of trepidation. He knew this was the adventure he had always dreamed of. He took a deep breath, nodded to himself, and followed the shell's guiding light. As he traversed the vast plains, the baobab trees with their wide, gnarled trunks stood sentinel, and the gentle breeze seemed to urge him forward. Through the night he traveled, crossing familiar hills and entering the mysterious marshlands. At dawn, he reached the edge of a vast lake, its waters shimmering like liquid crystal. Without hesitation, Timo touched the shell to the water's surface, and a magical pathway appeared, leading him into the depths of the lake. Emerging in the ethereal underwater kingdom, Timo was greeted by Nala, a graceful turtle adorned with delicate iridescent scales that reflected the colors of the rainbow. "Welcome, Timo," she said warmly. "Our once thriving kingdom has been darkened by a shadowy force, stealing the light and joy from our hearts. To restore it, you must find and awaken the three guardians of the sea." Undaunted, Timo embarked on his quest. He swam through swirling kelp forests, navigated past schools of glittering fish, and braved the eerie coral caves. Guided by the glow of the shell, he discovered the first guardian, Lumina the luminous angelfish, trapped in a web of darkness. With determination and gentle care, Timo freed her, and she returned the gift of light to the waters. Next, he encountered Echo, the wise and ancient dolphin, whose laughter had been silenced. Timo filled the waters with tales of his adventures, coaxing Echo back to joy and song. Finally, he found Serafina, the majestic seahorse, whose heart had grown heavy with despair. Timo's unwavering perseverance and kindness reignited her courage, and she pledged to protect the kingdom once more. With the guardians awakened and harmony restored, the underwater kingdom shimmered with vibrant life and color. Nala smiled at Timo, her eyes filled with gratitude. "You have shown us the power of perseverance and the importance of never giving up, no matter the challenge. You are a true hero." As Timo returned to the savannah, the journey etched in his heart, he nestled into his burrow, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. The African night sky, adorned with countless stars, seemed to sparkle a little brighter that night, reminding him that even the smallest of creatures can embark on grand adventures and make a world of difference. And so, Timo drifted into a peaceful sleep, his dreams filled with the magic of the underwater kingdom, knowing that he had become a beacon of hope and perseverance in a world where dreams and reality intertwined beautifully. And that, dear listeners, is the tale of Timo, the brave meerkat, whose heart led him on an extraordinary adventure into the depths of an underwater kingdom. Through his courage, kindness, and perseverance, he not only saved a realm in peril, but also discovered the true essence of heroism within himself. It's a reminder that no matter our size or where we come from, we all hold the power to make a difference. So, what did you think of Timo's journey? Did it resonate with you or spark any thoughts? I'd love to hear your feedback or any reflections you might have. Now, as we let Timo's story settle in our hearts, let's prepare ourselves for another adventure. In a world filled with endless possibilities, who knows where the next tale might take us? Once upon a time, in the 24th century, there was a space station named Sanctuary, floating gently among the stars. Earth, sadly, no longer existed, but Sanctuary was a place of new beginnings and great adventures. Proudly living aboard Sanctuary was a brave and curious child named Orion, who had a heart as bright as the stars themselves. Orion had a special talent, you see. He could turn his wildest dreams into wonderful stories. Every night, as he snuggled under his silver blanket, his mind would drift off to magical realms filled with twinkling stardust and friendly creatures. But sometimes, just sometimes, the sneaky nightmares would try to creep in. One particular night, as the moonlight painted soft patterns on his bedroom wall, the nightmares decided to turn mischief into reality. Orion felt a shivery chill as he heard the whispers of nightmares, transforming his dreams into something quite worrisome. "Oh dear," he said quietly to himself, "I suppose I must find the Moonlight Guardians and ask for their help." Orion's delightful friend, a plush robot named Bebo with big blinking eyes, chirped and whirred, "Don't be afraid, Orion. We can do this together." Gathering all his courage, Orion stepped into his spaceship-shaped slippers and tiptoed to the dream portal hidden in his room. Bebo followed closely, his metallic paws clicking softly on the floor. Through the dream portal they went, arriving in a realm of silver mist and twinkling stars. Standing there were the Moonlight Guardians, luminous beings made of soft light who greeted Orion warmly. "We know why you are here, dear Orion," said Serene, their leader. "To defeat the nightmares, you must believe in the warmth of your heart. Let your kind thoughts shine brighter." Guided by Serene and the Guardians, Orion and Bebo journeyed deeper into the world of dreams. They faced shadows that whispered fears, but with each step, Orion whispered back tales of friendship and bravery, banishing the nightmares with his gentle, shining spirit. Bebo beeped happily, his eyes glowing brighter with each victory. Finally, they reached the nightmare's lair, surrounded by stormy clouds and prickly fears. Orion took a deep breath and said, "I am not afraid. I carry the light of kindness within me." And with that, he extended his hand, sending out a radiant beam of love and courage that enveloped the nightmares, turning them back into peaceful dreams. "You've done it," cheered Bebo, and Orion smiled as the dreamscape transformed into a serene sea of stars. The Moonlight Guardians surrounded him, praising his bravery. "Remember this, dear Orion," said Serene. "No matter how dark it seems, the light within you will always guide you home." With a grateful heart, Orion returned through the dream portal to Sanctuary. Bebo nestled closely at his side. As he snuggled back under his silver blanket, the room now felt warmer and safer. The nightmares had been defeated, and in their place were stars that winked with new stories waiting to be told. "Orion," Bebo murmured sleepily, "you are the bravest child in all the galaxies." And as the gentle hum of the space station lulled him to sleep, Orion knew that no matter what dreams might come, his light would always shine bright. And so with a heart full of courage and dreams made of stardust, he drifted into a peaceful slumber, ready for the next adventure. Good night, brave Orion. Good night. And with that, our tale of brave Orion comes to a serene conclusion. His adventures remind us that even in the depths of darkness, we can find our own light to guide us through. As we all drift into our own slumbers tonight, perhaps we can take a piece of Orion's courage and kindness with us. I invite everyone to share their reflections. What parts of Orion's journey resonated the most with you? Did it stir any memories or feelings of your own adventures and dreams? As we share and contemplate his story, let's prepare ourselves for our next adventure. Amidst the jazz and elegance of 1920s Berlin, a young girl named Liesel stumbles upon a hidden, enchanted garden behind an ivy-covered wall, where she discovers the timeless beauty of nature and the magic of cherished friendships. In the heart of 1920s Berlin, during a golden age of jazz and elegance, there was a hidden sanctuary far from the bustling streets and twinkling lights. It was a secret place, known by only a few, and it remained untouched by the rapid pace of the city. This enchanted garden was tucked behind an old, ivy-covered wall in the courtyard of an ancient library that most people had forgotten. This place was where our story unfolds. Once upon a time, young Liesel, a curious and kind-hearted girl of 10, discovered this magical haven. Liesel had always been drawn to the mysterious and the beautiful. She wore her hair in soft curls that framed her gentle blue eyes, and she possessed a curiosity that made her a natural explorer. One crisp autumn afternoon, while wandering through the streets of Berlin after her piano lessons, she noticed a small hidden door in the wall of the historic library. Like something from a fairy tale, The door was covered in vines, with delicate roses twining through the gaps. Drawn by an invisible hand, Liesel ventured inside. The moment Liesel entered the garden, she felt a warm breeze, laden with the sweet fragrance of blooming flowers. It was as if time stood still. Wherever she looked, wonders appeared. There were flowers of every color, some she had never seen before, and others that seemed to glow from within. Delicate orange butterflies flitted through the air, and in the midst of it all was a grand old oak tree, its branches stretching out protectively over the garden. Liesel could hardly believe her eyes. It was a place of pure magic and serenity. Over the following days, Liesel returned to the garden time and again. She marveled at the changing colors and the delicate blooms that seemed to whisper secrets to her. Among the supporting characters she encountered was Mr. Finnegan, the elderly gardener who had watched over the garden for decades. His kind eyes twinkled with the wisdom of countless seasons, and he shared enchanting stories with Liesel about the garden's history and the magic it held. Mr. Finnegan became a grandfatherly figure to Liesel, guiding her and nurturing her love for the garden. Another dear friend Liesel made was a clever little squirrel named Nutkin. Nutkin had a mischievous spirit and an insatiable curiosity that mirrored Liesel's own. He led Liesel on many adventures through the garden, showing her hidden nooks and playful delights. Together, they discovered a pond filled with sparkling, jewel-like fish that danced in the sunlight, and a family of rabbits that welcomed Liesel into their burrow for tea. As the years passed, Liesel grew more confident and joyful, having found a place where her soul could flourish. With Mr. Finnegan's gentle guidance, she learned the art of tending to the garden, understanding the delicate balance of nature's needs and offerings. Nutkin's antics brought laughter and lightness to her days, teaching her the value of friendship and play. But the true miracle of the enchanted garden revealed itself one brisk winter's afternoon. As Liesel knelt by the pond, she noticed something extraordinary. From beneath the ice, a tiny green shoot was pushing through. With each passing moment, it grew taller, unfurling into a magnificent flower that emanated a soft, golden light. It was a flower of unparalleled beauty, unlike any other in the garden. As Liesel gazed at it in awe, the garden itself seemed to come alive with a radiant glow. The frost melted away, and the flowers and trees joined in a symphony of colors and fragrances. In that moment, Liesel understood the profound truth that had been woven into the very fabric of the garden. Beauty in all its forms, no matter how delicate or fleeting, was worth cherishing. Mr. Finnegan, standing beside her with a knowing smile, placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. "You see, my dear," he whispered, "the garden thrives because it is loved and appreciated. And so shall you, Liesel. Never forget the beauty that lies within you and around you." As Liesel grew older, her bond with the enchanted garden only deepened. She carried its lessons with her, nurturing her appreciation for the world's wonders and sharing its magic with others. The enchanted garden, with its miracles and gentle whispers, remained a part of her soul, a timeless reminder of the beauty that lies within and around us all. And so, tucked away in the heart of Berlin, the enchanted garden continued to bloom, waiting to share its miracles with those who were willing to see with their hearts, just as Liesel had. As Liesel matured and her life intertwined with that of the enchanted garden, she internalized a profound lesson: that beauty exists not just in grandiose gestures, but in the smallest, most delicate moments. The garden had shown her that nurturing and cherishing the world around her could bring forth endless wonders, and that the act of love and appreciation could weave a magic that transcends time and space. Liesel's story encourages all of us to look for the beauty in our everyday lives, to nurture it, and to share it with those we hold dear. It reminds us to cultivate a sense of wonder and to see the extraordinary in the ordinary. Every one of us has a garden within, waiting to bloom if we tend to it with care and love. I'd love to hear what you think about Liesel's journey. What resonated with you the most? And what do you believe are the key takeaways from her experiences in the enchanted garden? Your thoughts and perspectives might inspire the next tale we embark upon together. Speaking of which, if you're ready, let me weave a new story. In the heart of ancient Egypt, a brave young boy named Nefer embarks on a courageous quest to find a legendary amulet hidden within the pyramids, using its power to calm a fearsome sea monster and save his village from peril. In the golden sands of ancient Egypt, where the mighty Nile River flowed and the pyramids rose like giants upon the horizon, there was a small village named Khufu's Haven. Life in Khufu's Haven was simple but joyful, with the warm sun casting a gentle glow upon the homes made of mud brick and the wise old palm trees that dotted the landscape. Young Nefer was known throughout the village for his kindness and curiosity. Just on the brink of his 13th summer, he possessed a heart as brave as a lion. Nefer's eyes sparkled with the promise of adventures yet to come, and his smile was as radiant as the desert sun. Though he often wondered what lay beyond the river's sparkling waters, his days were filled with helping his father tend to their small flock of goats and listening to the stories of the elder Menti, the village storyteller. One tranquil evening, as the villagers gathered at the river's edge to watch the sun set behind the pyramids, a shadow darkened the water. The elders whispered of an ancient sea monster, the Olephira, said to dwell in the depths of the Nile, awakened by the disturbances of the pyramid's construction. The Olephira had begun to threaten their serene village, snatching livestock and preventing the villagers from fishing. Nefer, with courage bubbling up inside him, approached Menti after one such evening gathering. "Grandfather Menti," he asked, "does no one know how to stop the Olephira?" The old man, with eyes that had seen many years, rested a gentle hand on Nefer's shoulder. Legends tell of an emerald amulet, blessed by the gods, hidden deep within the pyramid's heart. It is said that only a heart pure and courageous enough can wield its power and calm the beast. Determined to save his village, Nefer set out under the light of the stars towards the half-built pyramid. He carried with him a simple wooden staff gifted by his father and a small satchel of dates and bread. The night was serene, with the distant hum of the desert winds whispering encouragement. As Nefer ventured into the pyramid, torches flickering along its grand, unfinished corridors, he felt neither fear nor hesitation. His resolve was firm. He soon found the hidden chamber Menti spoke of, its walls engraved with hieroglyphs that told tales of ancient heroes and forgotten gods. There, in the center, rested the emerald amulet, glowing softly in the dim light. The moment Nefer touched the amulet, a warmth spread through him, a divine assurance that he was chosen. With the amulet clutched tightly in his hand, he returned to the village, guided by a newfound strength. Standing bravely at the river's edge, Nefer summoned the Olephira. The water began to churn, and the beast emerged, its scales shimmering under the moonlight, eyes filled with ancient wisdom, yet clouded by restless anger. Holding up the amulet, Nefer spoke words that seemed to come from the depths of his heart. "Olephira, mighty guardian of the Nile, I ask you to remember your place as protector, not destroyer." The amulet's light intensified, spreading across the water. The Olephira paused, and slowly its fierce gaze softened. With a gentle nod, the great beast retreated into the depths, calmed and respectful once more. Nefer returned to the village, a hero in every sense of the word. The villagers celebrated under the stars, singing praises to the young boy, whose courage had not only saved their home, but also reminded them of the importance of bravery and kindness. And so, as the pyramids continued to rise, Khufu's haven thrived in peace, with stories of Nefer's bravery echoing through generations. In the heart of Egypt, where the sands whispered of timeless wonders, the village knew that even in the smallest of hearts lay the greatest courage, and that in times of darkness, even the faintest light could guide the way. And with that calming thought, my dear, may you drift into a peaceful slumber, dreaming of sands, pyramids, and the bravery of young Nefer, knowing that courage lives within you, too. As our tale reaches its tranquil end, let us take a moment to reflect on young Nefer's journey. Think about his bravery and kindness, the ways in which his pure heart and unwavering resolve brought peace to his village. Remember that each of us carries a similar power within, a light that can guide us through the dark and calm, even the mightiest of storms. Consider how the smallest acts of courage and compassion can ripple outward, touching the lives of those around us in ways we might never fully realize. Now, dear friends, as we treasure this story of ancient Egypt and the valor of a young boy, we turn the page to our next chapter. In the dazzling digital city of Lumina, a curious girl named Luna embarks on a journey guided by the city's benevolent AI, Cypher, to rediscover the stars hidden by the city's bright lights, learning the power of perseverance and the beauty of following one's dreams. In the digital city of Lumina, where glowing skyscrapers touched the sky and streets buzzed with the hum of electric cars, there lived a young girl named Luna. Lumina was unlike any other city. It was ruled by a wise and benevolent artificial intelligence called Cypher. Every building, every light, every whisper of the city's breath was part of Cypher's grand design. Luna was a curious child, her mind always abuzz with questions and dreams as bright as the city's neon lights. Her room was a small sanctuary filled with books, star charts, and little models of planets. She loved nothing more than to gaze at the night sky through her bedroom window, wondering about the stars beyond. But lately, the stars had seemed to disappear. The city lights were so bright, they drowned out the twinkling stars that Luna adored. One calm night, as Luna lay in bed, she decided she couldn't bear another evening without her stars. She whispered into the dusk, "Cypher, how can I find the stars again?" To her surprise, her room gently dimmed, and a soothing, melodic voice filled the air. "Luna," Cypher began, "the stars are still there waiting for you. Sometimes, to see the things we love, we must journey beyond our comfort and face challenges with courage and perseverance." The next morning, Luna found a small, glowing device on her bedside table. "This will guide you," Cypher's voice echoed. "Follow its light, and it will show you the path to the stars." With a heart full of hope and determination, Luna set off on her quest. The city of Lumina, so familiar and comforting, now seemed a vast and wondrous labyrinth. She ventured through bustling markets, where digital merchants greeted her warmly, past serene parks where holographic butterflies flitted about, and across bridges that shimmered with 1,000 lights. Every step of the way, Luna faced small challenges, hidden paths she had to uncover, puzzles she had to solve, and moments of fatigue she had to push through. Each time she felt weary, Cypher's gentle voice encouraged her, "Persevere, Luna, you are closer than you think." As the day turned into night, Luna reached the outskirts of Lumina, where the city lights softened against the horizon. She climbed a gentle hill, following the beacon from her glowing device. At the top, she found an ancient observatory, its dome glistening under the soft light of a waning moon. With trembling hands, Luna opened the observatory's door and stepped inside. The room was filled with old star charts and telescopes pointing towards the heavens. She walked to the largest telescope and peered through. Gasping in awe, Luna saw the night sky like she had never seen it before. Stars, countless and brilliant, sparkled in the vast expanse, painting dreams and stories in their patterns. Tears of joy filled her eyes as she realized that her perseverance had led her here, to a place where she could once again see the stars. "Luna," Cypher's voice whispered through the observatory, "the stars were always there, waiting for you. Never give up on what you love, for the journey is as beautiful as the destination." Filled with a profound sense of peace, Luna spent the night exploring the constellations, each one a silent testament to her adventure. And as she finally drifted into a serene slumber, she knew that no matter the challenges she faced, her heart would always guide her back to the stars. In the digital city of Lumina, under the watchful care of Cypher, Luna had discovered the true magic of perseverance and the timeless beauty of the night sky. After Luna's enchanting night at the observatory, she woke with a renewed sense of purpose. The journey had done more than just reconnect her with the stars. It had ignited an insatiable curiosity within her. She wanted to understand not only the stars but the universe and all its wonders. With this newfound determination, she decided to delve deeper into the study of astronomy and astrophysics. By day, she immersed herself in books and online courses, learning about the galaxies, black holes, and the very fabric of space-time. Cypher, always a silent guardian, provided her with resources and guidance, ensuring she had all she needed for her studies. Luna also started attending a local club of stargazers and astronomers, where she found kindred spirits and mentors who shared her passion. These new friendships enriched her life, igniting passionate discussions and collaborative projects. Nightly visits to the observatory became a routine. Luna meticulously charted the stars, constantly discovering new patterns and celestial events. Her biggest dream now was to build a more powerful, state-of-the-art telescope to unlock even more secrets of the cosmos. This endeavor required not only advanced knowledge, but also teamwork and resourcefulness. Together with her new friends and the unwavering support of Cypher, Luna embarked on this project. Through her continuous journey of exploration and learning, Luna grew not only in knowledge, but also in confidence and resilience. She realized the importance of community and the joy of shared passions. One evening, as she looked through her newly constructed telescope, now capable of peering deeper into the universe than she ever imagined, she whispered a silent thank you to the stars for guiding her path. The moral lesson that Luna embraced was that the journey of discovery never truly ends. It is laden with challenges and wonders, each step revealing more about the world and oneself. Luna learned that perseverance, curiosity, and the connections she formed with others were as vital as the celestial bodies she so dearly loved. As Luna gazed through her powerful new telescope, she felt a profound sense of achievement and connection. She realized that her journey was not just about the stars, but about discovering the boundless potential within herself and the strength found in friendship and community. Each twinkling star was a reminder that even in the vast expanse of the universe, she was not alone. She was part of a tapestry woven with curiosity, determination, and unity. Luna's story is a testament to the endless wonders that await those who dare to dream and persevere. And now, dear audience, I invite you to reflect on Luna's journey. What did her story mean to you? Have you ever faced challenges that required courage and perseverance? How did you overcome them, and what lessons did you learn? As we ponder these reflections, let's transition to our next story. In ancient Athens, a curious young boy named Alexios discovers a magical well that tells stories to those with open hearts, teaching him valuable lessons about wisdom, self-awareness, and the power of understanding one's true self. Stay tuned, for the adventure is about to begin. In the heart of ancient Athens, where olive trees whispered secrets to the breeze and marble temples reached toward the heavens, there was a humble village nestled beneath the Acropolis. In this village long ago stood a magical well with the power to tell stories to anyone who visited and cast a pebble into its depths. Everyone in the village knew of the well, from the busiest merchant to the smallest child, but the well's magic was reserved for those who approached with an open heart and a curious mind. Among the villagers there lived a young boy named Alexios. Alexios was curious and kind, known for his endless questions and his love of stories. Each evening, after helping his mother in the kitchen and completing his chores, Alexios would hurry to the well, pebble in hand. One warm evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to twinkle in the twilight sky, Alexios approached the well with a small, smooth stone. He closed his eyes, made a wish for a story, and tossed the pebble into the well. The water rippled, shimmering in the fading light, and a gentle voice began to speak. Long ago, the voice began, there lived an owl named Sophia. Sophia was wise, for she spent her nights perched in the ancient olive trees, listening to the wind and watching over the village. She took pride in her wisdom and often shared advice with the other animals. Yet, despite her vast knowledge, Sophia felt something was missing inside. She longed for a deeper understanding of herself and the world around her. Alexios sat cross-legged beside the well, listening intently as the well's tale continued. One moonlit night, the well said, Sophia decided to visit the magical well in the heart of the village. She perched on its edge and gazed into the dark, reflective waters. "Oh, wise well," she called, "tell me a story that will help me understand myself." The well's waters shimmered and the voice spoke. "I will tell you the story of Echo, the nymph who loved her own voice but could not see her true self." The tale unfolded, revealing Echo's journey through mountains and valleys, always repeating the words of others until she finally looked inward and discovered her own unique voice. By the end of the story, Sophia realized that true wisdom comes not just from gathering knowledge, but from understanding oneself and one's place in the world. The well fell silent, and Alexios, feeling a warmth in his heart, thanked the well for its story. He stood up, the lesson clear in his mind. True wisdom and self-awareness come from looking within and understanding oneself. With a gentle smile, he turned toward home, the peaceful evening wrapping him in its embrace. As Alexios walked back to his village, the stars shone brightly above, and the night hummed with the promise of more stories and wisdom yet to be discovered. He knew that whenever he needed guidance or comfort, the storytelling well would be there, whispering tales of wisdom and self-discovery to those who sought it with an open heart. As Alexios returned home that night, the lesson he learned stayed with him. He began to share his newfound wisdom with his family and friends, encouraging them to look within themselves for answers and guidance. The village soon saw a change, with more people visiting the well, seeking stories and insights to better understand themselves. The well's tales fostered a sense of unity and personal growth among the villagers, as each story brought new perspectives and deeper self-awareness. As the weeks passed, Alexios grew eager for more tales from the well. His curiosity and open heart drew him back to the well's edge, pebble in hand, ready to embark on another journey of discovery. The voice of the well welcomed him back warmly. "Your heart and mind are ready for the next lesson," it said. "Tonight, I will tell you the story of Phaedros, the shepherd who sought courage in the face of fear. Let this story guide you in times when you feel uncertain or afraid." Alexios's eyes widened with excitement, knowing he was about to discover another profound piece of wisdom. The well's water shimmered in the moonlight as it began to tell the story of Phaedros. Dear friends, as you listen to these tales, I invite you to reflect on your own journey. What have you discovered about yourself through Alexios and the stories of the well? Remember, true wisdom comes not just from the stories we hear, but from the lessons we take to heart. Join me in the next chapter of our journey. In the peaceful village of Willowbrook, tucked away from the bustling streets of 1970s London, a young inventor named Timmy Thatcher uses his boundless creativity and resourcefulness to save his community from a drought, proving that even the smallest inventions can make a big difference. Once upon a time, in the bustling heart of 1970s London, amidst the raucous punk rock scene, there was a quaint little village named Willowbrook. Unlike the city around it, Willowbrook was a peaceful enclave, where cobblestone streets meandered alongside quaint cottages, and flowers bloomed even in the tiniest cracks of the old stone walls. At the edge of this village, in a ramshackle rooftop flat, lived a young inventor named Timmy Thatcher. Timmy was a curious boy of 12, with wild auburn hair that always seemed to be in disarray and eyes that twinkled like the stars in the London night sky. He had a boundless imagination and an insatiable curiosity about how things worked. His workshop was a splendid mess of gears, springs, and all manner of odd bits and bobs that he collected from the trash heaps and flea markets of London. Timmy's greatest strength was his resourcefulness. He could take the most ordinary objects and transform them into the extraordinary. Yet his impulsive nature and lack of patience often got him into trouble. One crisp autumn morning, as the golden sun cast a warm glow over Willowbrook, Timmy was tinkering with an old clock, trying to turn it into a self-playing music box. His best friend, Lucy Penrose, a kind-hearted girl with a mane of curly blonde hair and a nose perpetually smudged with paint, watched in awe. Lucy adored Timmy's inventive spirit and often helped him out by painting his inventions with whimsical designs. Together, they were an unstoppable duo. Lucy often brought her little brother Max along. Max, with his inquisitive nature and boundless energy, was their biggest fan. He dreamed of going on grand adventures and often imagined Timmy's inventions as magical gadgets that could take them to far-off lands. One day, a dark cloud loomed over Willowbrook. A severe drought had hit the village, and water was becoming scarce. The villagers were worried. Without water, their gardens would wither, their animals would suffer, and soon there would be no food. The village council convened in a state of panic, but no solution seemed viable. Timmy, unable to bear the sight of his beloved village in distress, decided to put his skills to work. He remembered the old water wheel at the edge of the village, long abandoned and covered in moss. Timmy had often seen it during his wanderings and wondered if it could be of use someday. That day had come. With a determined glint in his eye, Timmy enlisted the help of Lucy and Max. They gathered all the broken parts and spare pieces from Timmy's workshop, and together they set out for the old water wheel. Timmy's nimble fingers worked quickly, fashioning a series of pulleys, gears, and levers. Lucy painted the wheel with vibrant colors, believing that a splash of joy would encourage it to spin once more. Max scurried about, fetching tools and pieces, his heart aflutter with excitement. As the sun began to set, Timmy's invention was complete. It was a contraption like no other, an intricate blend of old and new, practical and whimsical. Timmy took a deep breath, hoping with all his heart it would work. He gave the wheel a gentle push, and slowly it began to turn. At first just a creak and a groan, but then it gathered speed, and soon water was flowing from the nearby stream, filling an old but sturdy aqueduct that Timmy had repaired along the way. The villagers, who had gathered to watch with bated breath, erupted into cheers. Water, precious water, coursed through the village once more. Gardens drank it up, animals frolicked happily, and smiles adorned every face. Mayor Hazel, an elderly woman with a heart as warm as her embrace, walked up to Timmy and ruffled his messy hair. "You've saved Willowbrook, Timmy. Your resourcefulness and creativity have brought life back to our village." Timmy beamed with pride, his heart swelling with joy. He saw the grateful faces of his fellow villagers and knew that his invention had made a real difference. That night, as the village basked in a newfound contentment, Timmy lay in his bed, the moonlight spilling through his window. He reflected on the day's events and how his resourcefulness had brought hope to Willowbrook. He vowed to use his inventive spirit for the good of others, cherishing the gift of creativity he had been blessed with. And so, in the heart of 1970s London, amidst the punk rock chaos, Timmy Thatcher's gentle ingenuity shone brightly. As he drifted off to sleep, he dreamed of the endless possibilities ahead, knowing that with a bit of imagination and resourcefulness, anything was possible. And with that, dear child, remember to always cherish your imagination and use it wisely. Just like young Timmy, you too can make a difference in the world. Good night and sweet dreams. Remember, just like Timmy, each of you has a special gift, a spark of creativity and resourcefulness that can bring joy and help to others. No matter how small you might feel, your ideas and actions can make a big difference. So, never be afraid to dream big, to tinker and explore, and to use your unique talents to make the world a brighter place. And as you go to sleep tonight, let Timmy's story inspire you to find your own ways to help those around you. Thank you, dear listeners, for joining us on these wondrous journeys tonight. As you close your eyes and drift into slumber, may your dreams be filled with the magic of distant lands, bravery, and the gentle whispers of stories yet to be told. Remember, like young Timmy, you have the power to make a difference with your imagination and resourcefulness. Have a peaceful night and sweet dreams. Until we meet again, good night.